The following is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 17th, 1973, in Los Angeles.
Why the law of gravitation is violent?
They're saying that the cells are alive when they...
I said, they have got this self.
So there is a...
You have to under condition this law of gravitation work. It is not unconditioned. Then the question is, who make the condition?
Well, the green apple's not falling. It's just a case of an opposite factor being stronger than the pull of gravity. Strength of the twig holding the apple on is stronger than the pull of gravity.
That I say, that the law of gravitation acts under certain condition. This is also conditional.
Well, the law of gravitation is always working. Because the energy is always there. It's just not strong enough to pull
working
the apple
under
down.
condition. Working under condition.
Well, scientists agree
Just
that
like
everything works
you
under
take
condition.
a little needle, it will go immediately down the water. And if you give a big log, it will not go. The weight of the needle and the weight of the big log, much difference. Still, the needle will go. The gravitation will work, but to the log it will not work.
Well, there's a counter law called buoyancy.
Huh?
There's a counter law called buoyancy.
Anyway, there are so many laws. If the laws are fulfilled, then your so-called gravitation work. Now, who made the laws? That is the point. Under certain condition, it will not act. And under certain condition, it will act. Then who made the condition? That is the question. You cannot finalize the laws of gravitation. It is also under condition. Who makes this condition? That is the point. Ramchandra constructed the bridge with stone on the ocean. It began to float. So, he is the condition maker. He made the condition. He changed the condition. Now, these stones will float. That's all. Therefore, God is supreme. Gravitation did not work when Krishna lived at the Govardhan hill. So, that is nice. The scientific discoveries act under relative conditions. That is not absolute final. If such and such conditions are there, then the so-called scientific laws will act. Otherwise it will not. And you cannot see so many things. Now you cannot see there. What is there? So what is your seeing power?
It's limited.
Huh?
It's limited.
Therefore everything is limited. Under condition you can see. So what is your seeing? Imperfect seeing. If the sun rises, then you can see. That also not correctly. So what is the value of your seeing? You say, we want to see God. And what is the value of your seeing?
I think they can make machines.
Huh?
They have
That is also imperfect.
They have one machine they can see right now.
No. That machine is imperfect.
Infrared telescopes.
That is also imperfect. That machine is meant, made by imperfect senses. So it is imperfect.
Imperfect, but they think it's becoming more perfect.
Huh?
They
That is
feel that
imperfect.
they're always
They are
making it
becoming
more
perfect
perfect.
means they are imperfect. Becoming more perfect means their always position is imperfect. That very word means that you are perpetually imperfect.
It's better than doing something than doing nothing.
Yeah, that dog also doing, jumping. Always, here to here, down, that kind of active busyness. What is called? Active foolishness. They remain foolish, but still they are active. That means they are simply creating dangerous position. That's all. Jagato ahita. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita. These demons, their progress means only for the mischief of the world. That's all. That is demonic progress. Khayaya jagato, for the destruction of the world and for mischievous condition of the world. Their progress. Is it not? Yes. Khayaya jagato ahita. Khayaya means for destruction and for mischievous condition. Therefore, despite all advancement of so-called scientific knowledge, the world becoming more and more in dangerous and destructive condition.
The only time they use the word God is when they're swearing and they're calling on God to damn someone else. Why is such language there? Why are they doing like that?
No. Why ordinary man, even those who are going to church, they are also praying God. God give us our daily bread. So these rascals, they have made God as agent for their sense gratification. This is their philosophy. Even from the priest down to the robes, they have made God as the agent of their sense gratification. That is materialism. God must supply whatever I want. That is God. Otherwise I don't care for God. This is their philosophy.
But sometimes they might hit their thumb with a hammer or something and they'll start swearing, calling on God's name but in a very bad way.
That's all right. God's name, God's... In every respect, these materialists, they want to use God for their sense gratification. That is the prime factor. Our philosophy is that God is not agent for your sense gratification, but you are agent for God's satisfaction. That is our philosophy. Just the opposite. Even so-called religionists, they also take God as the agent of their sense gratification. They go to church to order God, supply our bread. Actually he is doing. God is supplying bread. But they go for ordering. They give us. The rascal does not know God is already supplying. Now why should we go to church for ordering him to supply bread? He is already supplying, even to the cats and dogs. They do not know what is the purpose of going to the church. That is good. That is the disease, material disease. I want to satisfy my senses, and anyone who will help me in my sense gratification, I shall worship him. If he does not, then I shall not. Everywhere. This Nixon became president because he promised that I shall satisfy your senses. Now he is not doing so, so get out. This is the whole formula, material world. You satisfy my senses, you are my friend. And as soon as you stop, then you are not my friend. You are sick, now you are unable to gratify your senses. I give you some medicine, so you become strong and go on with your sense gratification. Therefore doctor is very good man.
Even I wanted to become a doctor. When I started,
Whatever you want to
I
become,
thought I will become a doctor.
the basic principle is self-guided. Either you become scientist or doctor or engineer, the main thing is bring money. That's all.
Some doctors think that they do humanitarian work.
Yeah, so long he'll pay. That's all. Hospital, in your country especially, hospital means to receive. But there also you pay, then it is hospital. Otherwise go down. It is no longer hospital.
I find doctors are most rascals here.
Huh?
They are the greatest demons.
Why not the scientists?
Doctors. I think scientists are better than doctors.
Better rascal. Scientists are better rascal.
Doctors are simply out for money.
Oh, it's terrible. They don't think about anything else. They just think about money.
They have been taught like that.
If the patient doesn't bring money, he won't give injection.
So the lawyers and everyone, especially in your country, this country, because they require money. So they must have money somewhere or other. That is the prime principle. They require money, that's all.
They charge outrageous fees. $60 an hour, $70 an hour, $5,000 for a little operation. Some doctors,
Too much.
they simply try to make operations so they can get rich. Whenever you come and see them, they say, you need an operation.
Yeah.
And they keep their telephone numbers secret so that on Sunday their patients may not disturb their sense gratification with their medical difficulties.
Sometimes it is a very big business here, Srila Prabhupada. Medical profession. They have this American Medical Association.
Yeah.
They control the whole business. Even government cannot interfere. So they choose students and they keep the supply so low that the demand is always high. That is why the price always increases. It's terrible.
Stay in a hospital now costs about $150 a day. To stay in a hospital costs about $100 or $150 a day.
But there is a sort of punishment of sinful activities. When you fall sick, it is due to sinful activity. So you are punished.
It's a very high price.
Yeah.
Fine. Pay fine.
Yes. The more dangerous is the disease, you have to pay more.
Very mercenary.
Everyone mercenary, lawyers.
The hospital across the street from our temple, you go there with an emergency, they say, first give us money. No money, go away. No matter how serious the injury.
They have no human
First
quality.
give us money.
These doctors.
We have brought devotees there sometimes with serious wounds or injuries. And they just say, first you give us money or else go away. We don't care.
Everywhere.
About the calculation of time through the atom.
Calculation of time from the atom, Srila Prabhupada. He's talking about Bhagavatam. By the light passing over the atom. You can calculate the time, the sunlight passing over the atomic particle.
How is it done?
I have written that.
Yes, you have written. Bhagavatam.
What is that?
I haven't seen it. Is that in the fourth canto?
I think it's
Yeah.
third.
Oh.
Third canto. Now the sunlight, you can tell time, that the atom is a subtle form of time. That you can tell time as light passes over the surface of an atom. And the experiment is that you look for atoms in a screen. When the sun comes through the screen, you can see in the sunlight hexatoms or 6 atoms with your naked eye. That experiment is given in Bhagavatam. It's very wonderful. It's Vedic science. We should present that as the real actual science, real atomic science.
In Bhagavatam, there is regular calculation. What is the distance from one planet to another? Everything.
The calculation is given.
Yes. Every planet is described. What is the constitution? What are the forms of the living entities there? Everything there. Bhagavad never says that all the other planets are vacant. Only this planet is full of living entities. The Bhagavad is not so rascal. These rascal may say. Their theory is that all other planets, they are vacant. Only this planet is filled. This rascal theory is not in the Bhagavad. We see that there is living entity in the water, there is a living entity within the sand. How you can say there is no living entity in other planets?
They say that life as we know it here does not exist. Human life.
No, how you can say so?
Yes.
The condition is the same. Every planet is made of earth, water, air, fire, the 5 elements. So if under this condition there are living entities in this planet, why not in that condition living entities in other planet? That is their ignorance, that is their bluff. The different condition of the planet is that some planet is fiery, some planet is gaseous, some planet is watery. That may be. But after all, they are made of these 5 elements. And each element we find there is living entity. So it may be mixture or pure, there must be living entities. And in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Sarvaga, even in the fire there is living entities. And why not? If living entities can stay in water, why not in fire?
It's on Sun Planet.
Huh?
On the Sun Planet.
Oh yes. There are also living entities. They are very glowing, fiery. Therefore the whole Sun Planet is glowing.
By their bodily light.
Yes. Similar. Here is only one sun planet. And in Vaikuntha, all the planets are like sun. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, Najatra bhasayate surya, na sasanka na pavaka. There is no necessity of electricity or moonlight or sunlight. Here it is necessity because here only glowing planet is the sun. But in the Vaikuntha, each and every planet is glowing. Therefore, there is no need of sun. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Na tatra jayate bhasate surya. There is no necessity of illumination of sun, moon or electricity.
Spirit soul, it is also luminous like
yes.
that?
Luminous. How it is keeping your body warm. As soon as it goes away, immediately cold. Immediately cold. Finish. All temperature finished. These are the evidences.
It said that the soul glows with a light brighter than 1,000 suns. In the Vedas, it is said that the soul glows with a light brighter than 1,000 suns. Yes?
I do not remember. Maybe. soul is more valuable than the sun. Because the sun is after all matter. And the soul is spirit. Therefore, the vast difference of value. You cannot revive the life of a dead body by thousands of suns heat. It is not possible. It can burn, but it cannot give life.
Like if we compare the velocity of light and the velocity of soul is
Far greater.
yes, far different.
Yes.
We can be immediately on the sun.
Just like Krishna says, Tatta deham punarjanma naiti mameti. Immediately comes to me. But just see the velocity. Tatta, as soon as he gives us this body, immediately goes to Krishna. So see where is Krishna? You cannot estimate even this material world. And then you enter the spiritual world. And then you go to the highest planet of the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. So you cannot calculate how far it is. Neither by driving your aeroplane of mind and Vayu, you can reach there. But the soul is so powerful that immediately goes. Just like mind, you are here many thousand miles away, 25,000 miles away, in somewhere, immediately goes. Mind goes.
That's
So,
at will.
At will. At will. So the soul is still finer. Intelligence is finer than the mind. And soul is finer than the intelligence. So just imagine what is the velocity. Soul is so powerful. By yogi simply giving up this material body, they can capture the sun rays and immediately go to the sun planet. Beams of the sun. This is science. Where is that science?
Srila Prabhupada, are thoughts made of matter or spirit? Thoughts, are they made of matter or spirit?
Yes. But thoughts actually made by spirit, but it is covered by matter. Therefore, in the material condition, you can think only of matter. Just like this body is covered by so many material things. But actually, the spirit is covered. So, the soul being spirit, so long it is covered by matter, it cannot act spiritually. It is abstracted. Not abstracted, covered. It cannot be abstracted. If you like, you can get out of the covering of the matter. The matter cannot abstract, but it is the will of the soul. Therefore it is called tatastha, marginal.
When we feel pain or discomfort, that is covering also?
That is to the material. Soul has no pain. It is the material covering. Just like this chilliness, we are affected by the body, material body, not the soul. Matra sparshastha kaunteya shidosna sukha. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. This pleasure and pain is due to the material covering. Otherwise, soul is unaffected. asangoyam purusha. This purusha, this soul, is unaffected by any material condition. The same example as I gave, that you have a good car, you are identifying yourself.
Yes.
But you are not the car. You are affected if the car is smashed because you have got absorption in the car, that this is my car. The other man is not affected. Similarly, due to our absorption, aham mameti, it is mine, we are suffering.
That false ego.
False ego.
Very, very subtle.
Yeah.
This process of identification with the body.
Yeah.
So we identify with the bodily
Aham
pains.
mameti. Janasya mohoyam. This is illusion. He is not that, but he is thinking I am this. That is animalism. The animal is always thinking that I am this body.
So if somebody no longer identifies with the body,
Yeah.
what is his perception of a painful condition?
He tolerates. He knows. Just like the same example. You are not the car. If your car is smashed, although you feel sorry, but you know that I am not a car. That is the point.
So the pain is experienced by the consciousness that is spread all over the body?
That is false. That is called illusion.
Mm.
You are not painful, but you are thinking that I am painful. That is illusion.
But we are conditioned.
Yes.
That is why we experience from very our childhood that I feel pain when somebody hits me.
No,
So
we all know that I am not this body. But why you are covering the body? So long you are material condition, you have to do that. The same example, although you are not the motor car, but if there is some accident, you have to take care of it. Because you have to work on it. Therefore this body, although I am not this body, I have to work in this material with this body. That is the vehicle. You cannot neglect it. Neither you become identical. This is knowledge. Yuktahara vihara. That is a content. Yuktahara. As much as necessity. But these people, they are taking the body as everything. They have no information of the soul.
They cannot tolerate. They cannot tolerate it.
No.
Like the prisoner cannot tolerate being in the prison house
Yeah.
without knowledge.
Yeah.
So they cannot get along.
So our consciousness is affected by our conditioning.
Yeah. Therefore Krishna consciousness is the perfect consciousness.
It's like yogis. They live in Himalayas without any cloth. They take bath in ice water. They don't feel anything.
No.
But is it true, Srila Prabhupada, that sometimes the spiritual master has to suffer if his disciples act in sinful ways?
Infection. The spiritual master accepts the all infection. As the infection acts on the body, so there is little suffering. Krishna says, Ahanta sarva pape bhumokkhasyan. Krishna says all the sinful reaction of the surrendered soul. The spiritual master is the representative of Krishna. So he has also to accept.